Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video today that I'm doing today based on everything that's wrong with Season 4 of The Flash. So, if you know me and subscribe to me, then you should know instantly that The Flash is my favourite TV show, The Flash is my favourite superhero TV show. After Smallville, I think. I do think Smallville takes the edge in some seasons. Like Season 2 and Season 1, between The Flash, I'd have to go with Smallville Season 1 and Season 2. But The Flash Season 1 and Season 2, that's superior. I mean, like the Season 2 Zoom, Season 1 Reverse Flash. I personally prefer Season 1 over Season 2, but Season 2 had my stakes up there. But Season 4 is another really good season. Now, I freaking love Season 4. I think it's one of the best seasons that we've got of The Flash, actually, in my opinion. Many people said that this is a good season, but overall not the best, and they prefer Seasons 1 and 2. Many people said that when the show hit Season 3, then that's when the show went down. But I have to disagree with that, because, I mean, you got Savitar in that season, and the whole Flashpoint storyline in that season, which was definitely nerfed, in my opinion. They could have done, like, Flashpoint Paradox movie with Flash Season 3, and then done the rest of the episodes, which I thought that would have been cooler than what they did, only just having one episode of Flashpoint that didn't really cover the full arc. Like, it didn't have Wonder Woman in it, didn't have Aquaman in it, Cyborg, Batman, really. It didn't have Batman, but Thomas Wayne's Batman in it. They did do that in the Ezra Miller Flash movie. Not Thomas Wayne's, but they did a lot of the Flashpoint story arc. But I mean, they could have had Wonder Woman in it and Aquaman, and I know they were both in it for like 15 seconds of the film, but I don't mean like Wonder Woman just showing up and going, hey, and Aquaman showing up drunk. I mean, like, they could have been at war, something like that, because that's what the Flashpoint Paradox movie was. But yeah, I'm going off topic here. Today we're talking about everything that is wrong with The Flash Season 4. The top 8 mistakes with The Flash Series 4. Now, I wish there was 10, but I couldn't think of 2 more. I mean, many people had argued that I had to put XS down because XS was introduced in Season 4. Brief little moments, she was like scattered around in that season. But I quite like the character of XS. When I thought she died at the end of Season 5, I was quite sad, actually, not gonna lie. But I thought she was okay. I'll get into that with the top 10 mistakes in Season 5 of The Flash, because, boy, I'm going to have fun with that. I mean, Season 5, I really enjoyed it, but there was a lot of mistakes in it. So, number 8 is Barry tried to warn the Team Flash about Clifford DeBoer, but they didn't listen. And that is so true with every villain in The Flash. Reverse Flash, Zoom, Savitar. They never even listened to Barry. They didn't even put any thought into listening to Barry. And they were just like, but Dr. Wells is our teacher. We love Dr. Wells. One episode later, I'm so sorry, Barry, you was right. Yeah, you were really right, Barry. I know I were. I mean, Barry always has to say, no, it's not your fault. But, I mean, if The Flash was realistic, then he probably said, yeah, I know, that was a dick move, honestly. You could back me up. So then they did it again in Season 4, where Barry was, like, being, like, some kind of Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, investigating Clifford and Marley's DeVoe in the houses and just watching the life, which I found was pretty creepy. I mean, I know that they're supervillains, but that was a freaky move. I just thought that was one of the many mistakes in Season 4 of The Flash that I actually didn't like in that season. Like, I love Season 4 of The Flash, but there's a lot of it that I actually don't like of Season 4 of The Flash. Clifford DeVoe isn't one of them. I really did like Clifford DeVoe as a villain. So yeah, we've covered 8. Number 7 is where the frack did Marley's DeVoe go? Right, so I thought turning her into, like, a good guy kind of, like, arc in this story was okay, but overall a bit useless, because, like, they turned her into a good guy. Right. But, like, they didn't make her a member of Team Flash. I mean, after the last episode of Season 4, she's gone. You never see her in the show again. I don't really know, because I'm on Series 8, Episode 12 at the moment, and I haven't seen Season 9. yet, but is Marlies DeVoe in season 8 or 9? I would like to know what she's doing right now in the show. I mean, like, she was introduced as like Clifford DeVoe's kind of like right hand guy in the chair sort of character, backing everything up that he does. And then she just was like bye. She Thanos dusted. Yeah, which was weird. She just kind of disappeared. I mean, she came into the show and disappeared. I don't get that. So, number 6 is, did the Thinker actually die? I might need to rewatch the finale for The Flash season 4. I don't know if he's actually dead in the show, because he doesn't come back. I mean, they do an episode in season 9 where Reverse Flash, Zoom, and Savitar, Godspeed, come back. I think that's the last episode of season 9 where they all come back. I don't know why the Thinker didn't come back though. I mean, I know he isn't a speedster, but it would have been interesting for the Thinker to come back. I mean, they could have easily revived him. Personally, I don't really think he's dead. The last scene I remember of seeing the Thinker in The Flash is when the Flash outsmarted the Thinker and like Clifford kind of had like an epileptic seizure, and then the Thinker was like, it's not possible, and then the Flash randomly turned the Thinker into Ralph Dibny. I don't know if he's dead. How did that kill him? Where is Clifford DeVoe? I might need to rewatch the final episode after for The Flash season 4. But I have no idea where the Thinker is. Like, that's a mystery. That's a mystery. Number 5 is, why did the Thinker hate the Flash? So, we've seen throughout the show of season 4 that the Thinker is one of the many few classic villains of Barry Allen the Flash. In the comics, he was actually Jay Garrick's villain. But, like, why did the Thinker actually hate the Flash from the beginning? I mean, it shows the Thinker at the end of the very first episode of season 4, when Barry's being pulled out of the Speed Force, and the Marlies DeVoe says that the Flash is back in Central City. And I don't know where the hatred from the Flash came from. I mean, we did get a Clifford DeVoe origin story in The Flash, which I thought was really good, actually. I'm glad we got an origin story. Yeah, but like, why did he hate the Flash? I mean, he's a villain. He's a classic Flash villain, and of course he's bound to hate the Flash after, because they meet and they fight and they argue, and Clifford's like, let me enlighten the world, and the Flash is like, no. And you know what? I actually think the Thinker had quite a point in this season, actually. I think the Thinker is one of the many villains, Flash villains anyway, that I think actually had a point in the Flash, really. Thinking about it, he did. He wanted to enlighten the world, and from what I remember, take the world away from technology. I can't really remember, because I haven't watched this season a lot, actually. I think I've only watched it once throughout my whole life. Yeah, I think I remember him saying, I want to enlighten the world and getting rid of the technology. I have no idea what his plan was, but I know I remembered agreeing with it. Well, yeah, why did the Thinker hate the Flash? Number 5 is Julian's absent. So if you don't know who Julian is, he was introduced in The Flash season 3 as Savitar. He played Savitar-ish. I mean, he did actually a little bit. He played Dr. Alchemy, but Dr. Alchemy is part of Savitar. That I found that so confusing. But yeah, where did Julian go? I mean, like, he was in, again, another character that was, like, redeemed good, and then he just went, bye, I'm going to Hogwarts again. I did look it up why he went, because I was like, well, that's just weird. It was there for the whole of season 3, and then season 4. Season 4, to me, kind of felt like a season 3 1.0, 2.0. It didn't really feel like season 4, it felt like season 3 2.0. But I still freaking love season 4 of The Flash. I think it's a classic season, really. With good villains, good characters. And yeah, Killer Frost was redeemed a kind of anti-hero in this season, which, pretty cool. So yeah, Julian's absence left me a bit confused. Number 4 is season 4 felt like more of a comedy show than an actual Flash show. And I gotta agree with that. I mean, from seasons 1 to 3, the show did actually start going from downhill. Actually, from seasons 1 to 2, the show started going from downhill. Because seasons 1, flawless, absolute flawless masterpiece. No mistakes in that. Literally, there were none. Season 2, flawless masterpiece. Again, flawless. There was no mistakes in that one. Season 3 was when it started to go downhill, but season 3 is my favourite season. What I meant is that downhill is that I meant that with mistakes. Like, there were a lot of mistakes, like, season 4 is riddled, and season 5 has probably got to be the most tremendously mistaked season of The Flash ever, but I still love season 5. But yeah, season 3 started with the mistakes a lot, and I've already got a list for them. I might show you at the end of the video. I'm going to do a separate video for that, but yeah. Season 4 did feel like a comedy show, and I don't know why. It might have been the villains that were too cheesy, like that Look Be a Lady episode one, that was cheesy. Number 3 is they actually made a Killer Frost iced mocha. Let me elaborate on that. So I was watching The Flash season 4 episode 9 last night, I think it was, I don't know. And it had Amunet in it, and that was one of the many episodes with Amunet Black in it, aka Bo-Katan from The Mandalorian. Yeah, Amunet was a good character. I really enjoyed the villain of Amunet, but like again, another character that just kind of disappeared, and then after season 4, she kind of scattered throughout the seasons. Like, she was mentioned in season 3. I'm sure she was mentioned in season 3 or 2. No, season 3, and then she was in season 4, a really big part of season 4. She was another one that kind of got redeemed anti-hero with helping Barry help defeat the Thinker. She wasn't in season 5, but she showed up for one episode in season 6 called Love is a Battlefield, and that was a bad episode. Yeah, and then it was just Amunet's boyfriend for the rest of the show, Goldface. He was a pretty funny villain. But yeah, they actually made a Killer Frost ice mocha. So during the time of season 4, Killer Frost was like an anti-hero type of thing, more of a villain than an actual hero. Season 5, she was more of a hero than a villain. Season 6, she was like a moody teen. And then seasons 7 to 9, I think Caitlin Dines in season 9, but 7 to 8, Killer Frost was a full hero. And she wasn't even called Killer, she was just called Frost. Which I prefer Killer Frost. Yeah, Killer Frost, I want to figure out why they made a Killer Frost iced mocha, because during the time of season 3/4, Killer Frost was still a villain. I mean, it's not like you'd make a coffee based on a serial killer with ice powers. I mean, Killer Frost was a major villain of The Flash during season 3, really, because that's when Killer Frost was at large. Why? I just found that real stupid. And the last one on the agenda today, which is quite a funny one, but this guy got on my nerves. That fat Scottish guy in The Flash. Let me elaborate on that. I don't know what he is called. He looks like James Nesbitt from The Hobbit. But, there was a fat guy in it who spoke Scottish. Again, another character that was introduced into this season, and then you never see him for the rest of the show then, unless he died. I think it was in season 5, but I'm not sure. After that, you don't see him. So thank you for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the top 10 mistakes in The Flash Season 5, and the top 5 mistakes in The Flash Season 3. I'm going to follow the whole show through, apart from 1 and 2, because in my opinion, there were no mistakes in that season. I'm going to go from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I haven't seen 9 yet, but I tell you what, I am actually really enjoying Season 8 of The Flash, and I hated Season 6 and 7 of The Flash, because it didn't feel like The Flash. But Season 8 still doesn't have that charm that Seasons 1 to 3 did, Seasons 1 to 4 did. I still really enjoyed season 8 though, and it was mainly for the Armageddon storyline, but I'll get into a review of that another day. Bye guys, and thank you for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Subscribe for more if you like these videos and put a like on. Bye guys!